Tocando sua xereca, cadu, 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 cadu. Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good week so far. Going to do some more Daylyt. This is water, it's a request. It took me a little bit of time to get to it, and I apologise. Thanks for everyone that's been watching, subscribing, liking, commenting, requesting, following me to it, doing all the good stuff. Let's see what we miss. Daylyt, let's see what we miss. This sounds familiar. Very familiar.
Walk on water.
Walk on water. Eminem did walk on water. Who did walk on water first? That's why it sounds familiar.
Walk on water. And why y'all still using the word Jesus? Y'all wait for the chorus. Y'all should be using Horace for sure. It's the reason that we really tried. His story.
He's talking some religion straight out the gate. You know, why are you talking walk on water? Jesus walked on water. You know, but why are you still using the name Jesus? And then he goes on to talk about Horus. Horus is the god, Egyptian god of sky. I think it's the one with the eye. It's like a little symbol with the eye. Yeah, but then he says, he talks about Horus and he says, shore us. Shore, like a seashore. She sells seashells on the seashore. Like a seashore, water, and the shore, where the water meets the shore. Maybe.
Y'all should be using Horace for sure. It's the reason that we really tried. His story is his story. We Instagramming, it's histogram, it's a scam, it's a jam. The mission plan was the okie doke. Made us dance like the hokey poke. Made the black woman quiet, but let her talk with the Oprah show. Hope it show that they care.
Make the black woman quiet, but let her talk on their own show. So he's saying, you know, we're quiet or subdue words of the black people. You know, make them unheard basically. But then we'll just give one a voice. Oprah. We'll give her a voice. You know, and then it don't look like we're being racist or not giving anybody equal opportunities. Saying that you've got people dancing to the hokey poke. You've got people dancing to whoever's playing the drums, whoever's paying the most money, like the Pied Piper, not DJ Pied Piper, but you know, you say whoever is paying the Pied Piper, yeah, is calling the shots basically.
It's a jam. The mission plan was the okie doke. Made us dance like the hokey poke. Made the black woman quiet, but let her talk with the Oprah show. Hope it show that they care. But they care for our children. Do they care for our children? Mama watch all my children. That's why our brains stay childish. Listen to Childish Gambino, and yet they feel as lucky. They killing kids, that's Chucky. Eat the kids.
Killing kids, that's Chucky. You know, talk about Childish Gambino. Childish Gambino did that, what it called Welcome to America or something like that, where she just kept shooting people. All the way through the video, people just getting killed. You know, before that, he was saying, you know, about having the daycare for your kids, but did they really care for your kids? You know, my mum looked after my kids, and that's why they still got that's why they still act like kids, because they're not getting brainwashing to act any other way. They're still acting like kids. You know.
Kids, that's Chucky. Eat the kids like the queen. Rockefeller our hearts. Deep web in our organs. Piece of gate in this harvest. A piece of cake for the starving. Piece of cake filled with sugar. It made the people retarded. High fructose artery clogged. The body regarded. This one's for pride.
So you know he's talking about food basically, and you know he's saying we talk about the harvest, which, you know, you spray all those chemicals over your harvest, you know, that you're supposed to fertilise them and stuff like that, but you're spraying all those chemicals to make stuff grow faster, to make stuff grow in better quantities, supposedly, like those GMOs, genetically modified foods. And then they said, oh yeah, but it's a piece of cake to do this, but then all this sugar canes, you know, from the harvest go into these pieces of cake, and that's what we eat, and it's making dumbing people down and giving people diseases. think.
High fructose artery clogged, the body regarded. This one's for prodigy, I'ma restart it. Capital letter, no, this for capital Steez. Lisa left eye, Dr. Sabi, Dick Gregory.
Let's get it started, that's a capital letter. When you start a sentence or a word, or obviously a word, it starts with a capital letter. Let's get it started, that's a capital letter.
For capital Steez, Lisa left eye, Dr. Sabi, Dick Gregory. Actually mean more to me than
Lisa left eye? Which way is the eye facing in the Horus thing? Because the Horus, if he was talking about Horus as in the Egyptian god, that's the eye. Yeah, the symbol of the eye. But he said Lisa left eye, which is that just a massive reach?
capital Steez, Lisa left eye, Dr. Sabi, Dick Gregory. Actually mean more to me than God. Dr. Umar's God, Brother Polite is God, David Banner is God, Killer Mike is a god, Michael Jackson a god. Michael Jackson was black.
So he's saying about all the people that mean more to him than God. You know, Killer Mike, American rapper. Michael Jackson, legend.
Michael Jackson a god. Michael Jackson was black. Who knows who changed him? That's a fact. Did they change his DNA too? How the fuck is...
Oh, did you hear that note switch up in the piano then? When he said about Michael Jackson getting changed, he said who changed him? You know, obviously from black to white.
Changed him, that's a fact. Did they change his DNA too? How the fuck is this kid's white? Man, look how they did Mike. Switch the black nigga fingerprints. Man, look how they did Prince. Gave Prince.
So he's saying that he changed, even Michael Jackson's kids are white. What have they done? Changed his DNA? That whole Michael Jackson, everything about Michael Jackson.
Jackson a god. Michael Jackson was black. Who knows who changed him? That's a fact. Did they change his DNA too? How the fuck is this kid's white? Man, look how they did Mike. Switch the black.
So he's talk about Michael Jackson. You know, what have they done to change him? Have they changed his DNA? Have they changed him from being black Michael Jackson to being white Michael Jackson? Because that shit's not natural. You know, and they said, have they changed his DNA because even his kids are white? That's a big question. That is a big question.
White. Man, look how they did Mike. Switch the black nigga fingerprints. Man, look how they did Prince. Gave Prince the finger cause he owned all his masters. He don't work.
Gave Prince the finger because he owned all his masters. You know, Prince, the Prince, obviously the artist, owned all his masters. Owned all his master. They talk about like owned all his master recordings, like the master recordings. You know, they give him the finger because he owned the rights to his own music.
Cause he owned all his masters. He don't work for the masters. He was building his own lane like fuck y'all rules. We should
Yeah, he was building his own lane like fuck y'all rules. Yeah, so he weren't answering to anyone. Doing his own thing. Not answering to no one. Not paying anybody any money for the rights to his own music.
Like fuck y'all rules, we should make up our own game. Let them watch fucking Jacob, no more faking with Soul Train. No escaping with Soul Plane, Kevin Hart gon' keep role playing. He went conscious, they put out a tape to fuck up his whole name. Constant.
Even conscious to put out a tape to fuck up his whole name. Talk about Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart was in Soul Plane with Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg were in Soul Plane and all. So Kevin Hart's just role playing.
With Soul Plane, Kevin Hart gon' keep role playing. He went.
Oh, sorry. They said he said fuck that game. We're gonna make up his own rules. Yeah, so like fuck the music game, the music industry. We are there making his own rules now. But also, if you're playing a sport, fuck that game. We're gonna play by his own rules, not as in like music industry, but like.
With Soul Plane, Kevin Hart gon' keep role playing. He went conscious, they put out a tape to fuck up his whole name. Constipated for years, I gotta get this shit out. I feel the shit is get out. Camera flash malfunction. Wendy Williams just showed you that. Microchip the celeb. Celestials can control the blacks. Man,
Celestials can control the blacks. No, he's talking about, you know, Celestials are like they can be under Celestials like an umbrella meaning, and underneath that umbrella meanings are all different meanings. And so like celestial could include like extraterrestrials or anything godlike. So say like religion can control the blacks. And I can't remember what he said before that. Something about Wendy Williams.
Tape to fuck up his whole name. Constipated for years. I gotta get this shit out.
So basically, he's trying to get some shit off his chest. Now, I've been constipated for years. I'm trying to get this shit out. Trying to get this shit out there. Trying to wake some people up.
I gotta get this shit out. I feel the shit is get out. Camera flash malfunction. Wendy Williams just showed you that. Microchip the celeb. Celestials can control the blacks. Man, we need the controller back. Blacks put the controller down. Fuck Madden. Fuck 2K. Fuck the Kardashians. But I love the new Ye.
Got to put that controller down. Fuck 2K. Fuck the Kardashians. So put the controller down. Stop watching that TV, man. He said, but like the new Kanye. Not a lot of people like the new Kanye. And a few people sort of think it's hardcore fans sort of think there is no new Kanye. This has always been Kanye. But if you step back a little bit, to me, there's two Kanye. There's the old Kanye, the Kanye that I grew up listening to, you know, back to Graduation, College Dropout. That's the Kanye that I listen to. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really listen to his new stuff. But
I love the new Ye. Fraction. We broken half shit fractured. Satisfaction of actors who feel it's actually action. This is really an auction. You get locked, do a bid. Them hillbillies do bid on you. COs belittle you. Rick Ross had help with that. Maybe.
So he's saying shit's still broken, basically. Fraction. Things are still broken. Fractured. There's fraction, like divided. Things are divided. There's still segregation, and there's still, well, not segregation as what segregation used to be, but there's still a divide between blacks and whites and different colours and minor majority and the minor and all that shit, you know. As much as people have tried to look past that, which they should, and it should have never been an issue to start with. Everybody should be amalgamated. Everybody's human, basically. But there's still a divide between different colours if you look closely enough.
Bid, them hillbillies do bid on you. COs belittle you. Rick Ross had.
So it's still saying, so like guys bid on you. So like obviously the slavery, you know, they talk about hillbillies doing bids on you, you know. So he could be talking. Well, he is definitely talking about racism. Let's just get that out there. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about racism. You know, and how blacks are still suppressed compared to whites, which obviously shouldn't be. But then he said talks about CEOs belittling you, so that could be like correctional officers, but like you have like your CEOs, you know, like the owners of companies or the heads of companies. They look down on people like, no, we're not hiring you just because of your ethnicity.
On you. COs belittle you. Rick Ross had help with that. Maybe he was a cop because he wanted to help the blacks, or shit we don't know, or shit we can't speak about. Since he was a CO, maybe he can't help Meek get out. I hope Meek get out conscious. Stop rapping.
Oh, he's talking about Meek Mill. Meek Mill were locked up. Yeah, but he's also talking about Rick Ross. Rick Ross, you know, everybody knows who Rick Ross is. If you know anything about music, you know who Rick Ross is. Rick Ross used to be a correctional officer. Rick Ross used to work in a prison. I think Rick Ross worked in Florida, if my memory serves me correctly. So obviously Rick Ross, I wonder if he can help Meek Mill get out of prison. So obviously Rick Ross, black, I wonder if he wanted to help the blacks, you know, so they weren't as belittled or as treated as badly whilst in prison.
Since he was a CO, maybe he can't help Meek get out. I hope Meek get out conscious. Stop rapping about nonsense. Start rapping about positivity, lead to the promised land. Maybe this ain't a promise. I'm just saying
so to help Meek get out and be conscious and stop rapping about nonsense. He's saying, you know, I don't know if he's saying it to Meek, but he's saying wake up, basically, to either the industry or Meek or any rapper listening. Wake up, stop rapping about stuff that doesn't matter. You're on a platform to speak to the masses because people buy your music. Speak about something that means something.
Start rapping about positivity, lead to the promised land. Maybe this ain't a promise. I'm just saying I hope he got a plan. Maybe God don't got a plan. Maybe humans playing God for us. Maybe God ain't guiding us. And do not.
It's talking about God's having a plan, but maybe God don't have a plan. Maybe humans are taking the place of God and try to act like God. Yeah, humans try to play God sometimes. Try to judge people like only God can do. Trying to do experiments that shouldn't be done. Trying to genetically modify things that shouldn't be done naturally. Shit like that should be done naturally because it's God's plan. God's plan, Drake.
God ain't guiding us, Anunnaki is depriving us. It's obvious, why would I trust the Bible when I was rushed into church by my mama?
Why would I trust the Bible when I was rushed into church by my mom? Why would I trust something that I don't believe in, basically? Why ain't God guiding us? Why aren't we getting guided like the Bible says that we should be guided?
In the church by my mama. My mama told me Osama blew up the tower, she wrong. America killed his own, the miniskirt killed his own. The men who worked.
Did he say the miniskirt killed us all? Is that about people getting distracted by women wearing miniskirts? Is that what he said? Miniskirts. But you know, he said my mama told me that Osama blew up the towers, but I think she's wrong. 9/11. World Trade Center.
America killed his own, the miniskirt killed his own. The men who worked dripped the bomb. They heard the bombs before the plane. They said Saddam before the bang. 9/11.
They said Saddam before the bang. Said Saddam before the bang. Heard the bombs before the planes hit. Some conspiracy stuff coming on right now.
Before the plane, they said Saddam before the bang. 9/11. 9 plus 11. 20. $20 bill. Folded. It showed the planes crashing. Told it.
I don't have a $20 bill. I've got $5. I've had this in my wallet for 2 years. I don't have a $20 bill. If you said 9 plus 11 is 20, which it is. There's not wrong about that. If you fold it, it shows. I need to Google that shit. Some conspiracies coming out right now.
Planes crashing. Told it. You got the TV bent, but it's an OLED. Curve vision. Do you really understand the word vision? Something seen in a dream, y'all sleep. In the bag like a sleepover. Tell them we all people. Tell them we all equal.
It talks about vision. He says shit's curved. You know, curved TV. You got like OLED. You know those TVs. He said, well, do you understand the word vision? The word vision is like a dream. You have dreams, you know, but he says it's like you have dreams in your sleep, like a sleepover. He's talking like having visions, but also visions in your mind. Having like vision, seeing, but also visions of the mind.
Do you really understand the word vision? Something seen in a dream, y'all sleep. In the bag like a sleepover. Tell them we all people. Tell them we all equal. Water.
Tell them we're all people. Tell them we're all equal. That's what I said mid video. I said we are all. Did I say we're all equal? Did I say we're all equal? I can't remember if I said we're all equal. I think I said we're all equal, or we're all the same, or there's nothing different, or we're all human. I said we're all human. Did I say we're all human? I can't remember now. Seems like ages ago.
Water.
I think I understand the concept of water. There's water in every single country. Yeah. And it's not defined by. It's only defined by like salt water or like natural water, spring water, but it's still water. Water's water. Doesn't matter where it's from. Water. Like people, we're all equal. We're all human. Shouldn't matter where we're from. We're all humans. Like water's water from whatever country you go to. That's deep. Like water. Water's deep. Oh, this shit's bringing some shit out of me now. Right guys, that's that one. Done. Daylyt's hard to do, man. Hard to do. Right, thanks for watching. If you watched till the end, Thanks for subscribing, liking, commenting, doing all the good stuff. See you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.